The smaller the B2B customer, the more traditional marketing techniques come in, from email to welcome programs to loyalty programs, all of which we do. With the larger customers, it's all about relationships. So it's two things, offline and online. A CDO's remit is very much to drive digital innovation, to kind of step change the customer experience, and for us it's all about making us the easiest merchant to do business with, and digital has a massive role to play, particularly now, in order to do that. It's also, we had the opportunity of changing the operating model within the business, making us faster, more efficient, more scalable, and consistent. And consistency is a really, really important piece for our customers. That's what they live and die by every single day. The usage of e-com was around about 1% of our business, and we're now into double digits. So that's a kind of seismic change. So e-commerce very much is the heart of what we do. We're looking at a number of kind of new innovations where kind of tech is also kind of liaising with e-commerce, and that's driven by kind of changes in things like devices. So using the kind of the native features of new devices, whether that be mobile or tablet, or increasingly wearables as well, particularly watches. We're also looking at integrating our kind of e-commerce proposition with web services to actually allow third-party applications to kind of work with us more seamlessly as well. The really interesting thing about our customers is we go from Joe the plumber, the one-man band, all the way up to the likes of British Gas and Npower and SSE, the really large customers as well. And what's really useful for the likes of SSE, very complicated account areas where they can set up hierarchies and organizational structures to manage their teams, would absolutely not work for Joe. So again, the challenge for us is about developing functionality that works for one, but also doesn't put off the other. And actually the way that we're doing a lot of that is through personalization, so that when you log into our web platforms, you get the experience which is relevant for you. In the past, we've had multiple websites, transactional websites for our different brands, the brands like Plum Centre and Part Centre and Climate Centre. In fact, there's 5 major brands that we're bringing together into a new web proposition. And we're doing that because that's what customers have demanded. So they've demanded to bring everything together. They want to be able to buy across the whole range. They want to be able to buy across all of our branches as well. So therefore, there are very different propositions that we're creating for our website and also our mobile proposition. The user experience is completely different. On mobile, it's all around shortcuts. It's all around using the native features of the phone, particularly around scanning for items, using barcodes for scanning. Whereas very much on the website, it's all around power orderers, where it's all about efficiency on very, very large numbers of orders. So they're different as well. I think the market's going to be increasingly distributed. And what that means is that we will make our web services available to different applications. And we see that our customers it's happening now, but increasingly in 3 years, 5 years time, will actually be doing their work by using native applications. Job management solutions is the terminology we use. And we want to make sure that Wolseley, or the Wolseley web services, are able to kind of seamlessly link to integrate with all of those different solutions as well. So I do see that our website being consumed both directly but also by third-party applications. We test all of our new functionality as we have, like other companies, our e-commerce roadmap, our technology roadmap, and we road test all of that with customers as well. We've got our new website launching. We've actually got about 30 different members of our team kind of testing that now. We've also got 24 different customers of all shapes and sizes testing the new website behind a paywall as we speak, just to make sure that it works as well. As you say, it's not just about what is possible, it has to be usable in the real world. And In our sector, it's really interesting. My background's in retail. You build a website and in many times the customer just comes. Our customers are different. They've had relationships over many, many years. They're used to those branch relationships. In many cases, they're used to the same processes that they've been happy with for 10 years. They know the names of the people. We know their names. It's very, very personal. So getting someone to change a habit, which is that they're used to, is actually very, very tough. So when we're developing new functionality, new tech, whether that be e-commerce or a combination of e-commerce with other digital technology, we're very much thinking about how we can train that in, how we can educate our colleagues, our branch colleagues, our sales colleagues to understand it and in turn sell it to customers. But we're also thinking about how we train that in with customers. It takes time. It's very easy for customers to go back into old ways in our sector. It's the habit of a lifetime. We use all the classic techniques around pay-per-click, particularly on shopping, very, very successful for us. SEO, again, we're constantly pushing the envelope on SEO to make sure that we're top of the rankings. But we have live kind of face-to-face conversations with our customers. And those conversations go around bookmarking our page. We very much push the bookmarking opportunity. We like to attract direct traffic to our website as well. And so much so that we actually, for our major customers, we actually, as part of the onboarding process, we make a note of their individual IP addresses. So typically they'll be ordering from a single location. We actually then carve them out from pay-per-click advertising, which means that actually they won't see PPC when they actually browse. And that means we save money, which we then invest in pay-per-click for other customers. So as you can probably see, we have small customers and large customers. The way that we attract large customers is very different from the small customers. The smaller the B2B customer, the more traditional marketing techniques come in, from email to welcome programs to loyalty programs, all of which we do. With the larger customers, it's all about relationships. It's all about face-to-face, both with the decision makers, but also with the account managers on the ground who place the orders and run those accounts. So it's two things, offline and online.